Hey, welcome back, guys, to another episode of Uncut Eats with me, B. So today we're gonna make something quick and simple, a nice healthy dinner: salmon with some green beans and carrots, and I also add a little bit of onions and garlic to it, right? So to get started, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and grab a bowl here. I'm gonna go ahead and transfer all that. Right? We're gonna go in with a couple tablespoons of olive oil. We're gonna roast these off in the oven, right? A little bit of salt, using a little bit of Himalayan salt right here. You know, not too much, just about a couple turns, that's about good. And then of course, guys, a little black pepper. And you can just eyeball this, so you can add pretty much as you want. I'm gonna just go right in with the spoon and mix all this up. Like I said, guys, nice and easy, pretty simple. Alright, so now we got that mixed up, guys. I got a little baking sheet here. I'm gonna go ahead and just transfer all this to the baking sheet. And you just want to make sure you use a big enough baking sheet to accommodate, you know, the amount that you're cooking. So this should be good enough. But you want to have space where, you know, it's able to roast properly in the oven. Alright, that looks pretty good to me. Okay, I'm gonna rest that over there. As a matter of fact, you know what, I'm gonna just go ahead and throw that right in the oven, right as we speak. I got the oven hot to 400 degrees. We're just gonna go ahead and throw that right in the middle rack. Now I'll work on the salmon. I got a little spice mix here, some paprika, some chili pepper, garlic powder, some onion powder, a little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper itself, a little bit of Cajun seasoning, and some Old Bay. You know, this is my own little personal mix that I like for seafood. Now you can use whatever you guys use at home, but I find that this works good, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just, you know, go ahead and just gently apply this. Now you can apply this as liberally as you want. It just all depends on how much salt it is in the seasoning. Sometimes all these spices have a lot of these seasonings have a lot of salt in it. So you can't use too much, or else you're gonna make the food salty. Now it's not a lot of salt that's in it. And a good way to check to see if your spice mix has a lot of salt, just by just dipping your finger in it and just putting it on the tip of your tongue, and that kind of give you an idea of how salty it is. All right. We also got some rosemary and dill right here, which we're gonna go ahead and sprinkle. Like I said, guys, pretty easy dinner, nothing complicated. All right. Something the family will enjoy. You're gonna flip these over. Now these are skinless salmon right here. I had them remove the skin because we don't generally like the skin. All right. All right, that's that. Get that over there. I'm gonna go back with the seasoning. I'm just gonna go ahead and sprinkle the other side. Alright. Now I usually like to just put us a little bit of olive oil over this. You know, it kind of helps that it don't get to stick to the pot and stuff. Or stick to the baking pan. Just, you know, just kind of rub that on there. Alright. Not too much. I will put a little bit on this side. Just a little bit. Alright. Nice. And that helps the seasoning to stick. Nice. Now that's pretty much what you're looking for right there. Let me wash my hands, and the last thing we're going to do is just put a little bit of lime zest over it. Just a little bit of lime zest now. I got a lime here that's already washed, and we're just gonna just do a quick grater over it. Just give it a nice little tang. You just keep spinning it. Once it gets to the white, you're just pretty much trying to get the green off of it. And just about it, when it's just about before it's done, I'm gonna go ahead and that's good. I'm gonna cut it open and squeeze a little bit of that juice. So now I got another baking dish here. Just got a little bit of olive oil on there, guys. I may have put too much olive oil. You probably don't have to put on here. I'm gonna just go ahead and apply them directly to the thing, you know, give them a little space. All right, and that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in the oven. We'll come back in about 10 minutes and check on it. Right on the second rack, or the middle rack with the beans. So we'll come. All right, guys, let's go ahead and check on this, see what it's talking about. It's actually been a little bit over 10 minutes, actually been about 13 minutes. So as you see, the veggies them kind of shrunk down a little bit. So that means, you know, we're getting where we need to be. So we're just gonna slowly spin these guys, because we want to make sure they get all nicely, properly cooked. Oh, that looks nice and smells amazing. Alright, I ain't got too long left on it, just a couple more minutes. Salmon looks nice. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this over. Alright. Just be careful doing this when you burn your hands and stuff. I got a nice pair of tongs here using. Nice. So guys, we're going to leave this in there a couple more minutes and we should be ready to take this out. I would say maybe another 6-7 minutes. All right, we'll come back and check on it. All right, guys, so it's been about 3 more minutes. All right, so we're just going to go ahead now. Remember that lime I told you I was zesting earlier? We're just going to go ahead and just squeeze about a half of it all over this salmon here. Needs a nice little tang. Okay, and go ahead and just kind of distribute a little bit of that juice that sits down in the pan. Alright, so don't let that sit. Let's go ahead and stir these beans again. And these are ready. Okay, and the salmon probably got like 2 more minutes on it. So we're gonna go ahead now and take these out the oven. Those look nice, pretty much what you're looking for right there. All right, just rest it on the stove. And we're gonna go ahead and leave the salmon for about 2 more minutes. And we'll be ready to eat, guys. See you shortly. All right, guys, so I took the salmon out. Now, guys, this whole meal took about 20 minutes to prepare from start. You know, to cook, I should say, in the oven, and took about 30 overall, the prep and everything. So I said it's a pretty easy dish, so we're gonna go ahead now and serve up so we can eat. You know, that's the fun part. So I got a nice little plate here, usual. I'll just go ahead and go down. And now this is my portion plate I'm fixing here, guys, so you know, I like to eat a good amount. All right. Green beans on there. I'm gonna go ahead and put a nice piece of salmon right there. Pow. Alright. There you go, guys. Looks pretty good to me. Alright, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and dig right in. Let's go ahead and try a piece of this. So this talking about right here. Well seasoned. The salmon is good. Let's try a little bit of these greens. Green beans and carrot. Perfect, guys. Like, share, subscribe. And usually, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Oh, as usual, thank you for watching. See you next time.